Hello, everyone. This is Jonathan Bowen, and this is my tribute speech for week five. Um, no matter what people tell you, words and ideas can change the world. That is from Robin Williams' movie Dead Poets Society, which is by far my favorite movie of all time. Um, and my tribute is to Robin Williams, the late Robin Williams. And Robin Williams isn't just a funny person to me, but he's a person that makes you believe you can do anything. I mean, I love watching his stand up. I love watching his movies. I mean, I think the guy's hysterical, but he's also very passionate about what he does. And I think this is relevant to anybody who enjoys laughter and a feel good movie that can impact your life. And I just want to talk to you a little bit about Robin Williams and what he means to me and how he affected me. Um, Robin Williams was born on July 21st, 1951, in Chicago, Illinois. He didn't actually start off to be an actor, which is something I did not know when I started doing some research on him. He actually went to Claremont's Men's College where he studied political science. And it wasn't until he started taking classes on improvisation that he fell in love with acting. And through his passion of acting, he actually won a full scholarship to Juilliard, which is the most prestigious acting school in. I think honestly, I think it's in the world. Um, and something I didn't know is he actually studied alongside his good friend Christopher Reeve, which played Superman before he died. But they were good friends up in all throughout his life, and I did not know that. And I loved Robin Williams and just how he was. I mean, one of his quotes he says is, "The human spirit is more powerful than any drug," and that is what needs to be nourished with work, play, friendship, family. These are the things that matter. And another thing he said is, our job is improving the quality of life, not just delaying death. He, I mean, I've loved all of his movies, from Aladdin to Toys to, Good Will Hunting. I mean, he's done everything from being a dramatic, very dramatic roles to very funny roles to even very serious roles. Um, but it's just the way he portrays himself and the way he carries himself in his movies and in his stand up. It inspired me, and I've always loved him, as an actor, and he has helped me through his comedy and the way and his movies into being a funny person, into trying to, entertain people, and you know, like I said, but um, Dead Poets Society is what actually made me fall in love with him as an actor. I mean, and it also made me fall in love with poetry. I mean, it just, the first quote I gave you, I mean, that with words and ideas, we can change the world. I mean, yeah, we really can. And I was reading Peter Debridge, which is a film critic, and he wrote some very interesting things on him. And he said he could have you laughing hysterically 1 minute and crying the next, often within the span of a single film. And that is true. I mean, his range um, and just his passion in everything that he did, it was very inspiring. And Peter Debridge also said this, and I mean, I never thought of this, but it's true. He says, as both a dramatic actor and a comedian, Robin Williams tore your ticket, held the door, and offered you a ride on an emotional roller coaster. And that's true. Every time I watched his movies, I'd walk away, with a smile on my face, a hitch in my step. I mean, I felt good about things. And, what Robin Williams said about comedy is acting out optimism. And, he was always a happy guy. I mean, and I never knew suffered from depression. And so, I mean, when he took his own life August 11th, 2014. It was 7 days before my birthday. And it was, I mean, to me, it was a horrible tragedy. I mean, even a funny, humorous man can suffer depression. And I mean, it just saddened me and sickened me that that happened. But, I mean, such is life. I mean, and I mean, to me, I mean, suicide is not the way out. But, that was the decision he made, and it left, you know, it left a void in this world. I mean, because I think he is a great role model for kids. If you don't watch his stand up, I mean, his stand up sometimes is way over the top and way too gratuitous. But I mean, just some of the things that he has done. I mean, he's raised money for comic for relief. He helped fund the Dan or the Christopher and Dana Reeves Fund for I think it was scoliosis. I mean, when he had his back injury, I think that was one of the things he did. And but he to me has been an inspiration. For his continue. He has inspired me to continue to laugh even when things are bad. I mean, because I can use his example of being, I don't want to give up, and I use his comedies a lot of times to get myself through. And to me, in ending, he is not just a funny person to me, but he's someone who made me believe that I can do anything, even fly.